Trump requests 500 more National Guard troops to D.C. after shooting. Left viewpoints. President Donald Trump requested 500 additional National Guard troops in Washington, D.C., following a shooting incident that critically injured two National Guard members from West Virginia. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth stated that the troops were deployed to respond to a critical situation after the shooting incident. Washington Mayor Muriel Bowser confirmed that the shooting was a targeted attack, resulting in two members being hospitalized in critical condition. FBI Director Kash Patel announced that the shooter had been apprehended and suffered non-life-threatening injuries during the incident. Center viewpoints. On Wednesday, President Donald Trump asked Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth to send 500 additional National Guard troops to Washington, D.C. after two West Virginia Guardsmen were shot nearby. The shooting occurred roughly 2 blocks northwest of the White House, wounding two West Virginia National Guard members who were hospitalized in critical condition as investigators probe the gunman's motive. Law enforcement said surveillance video shows the suspect approaching the soldiers and drawing a gun. At least one soldier exchanged fire, and emergency medical responders took 3 people to a hospital. The 500 reinforcements will swell the force to roughly 2,200 troops in D.C. as of Sunday morning, adding to the 2,188 troops in the Joint Task Force operating in the city. In August, President Donald Trump issued an emergency order that federalized local police and sent 500 National Guard troops from 8 states. A federal judge delayed enforcement for 21 days. Right viewpoints. President Donald Trump requested 500 additional National Guardsmen after a shooting in Washington, D.C. that left 2 guardsmen in critical condition, according to Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth. The shooting occurred near the White House, and law enforcement is investigating the motive, as stated by a law enforcement official to the Associated Press. West Virginia Governor Patrick Morrisey initially reported that the guardsman had died, but later retracted that statement due to conflicting information. President Trump condemned the shooter as an animal and emphasized support for the National Guard and emergency responders in his statement on Truth Social. Bias comparison. Left-leaning coverage frames the deployment of 500 more troops as an order from the Trump administration, sometimes highlighting attributed quotes like cowardly. Right-leaning outlets, conversely, emphasized Trump directly, using active verbs like sends or requests to portray decisive leadership in response to security concerns, even mischaracterizing a figure's title. Center-leaning reports remain strictly factual, also citing the Trump administration and uniquely providing context on the 2,188 troops already present. A detail de-emphasized elsewhere. While all agree on the deployment of 500 additional National Guard troops following a shooting, the left includes details about a suspect's injuries, de-emphasized by others. These distinct portrayals reveal ideological priorities, the left focusing on administrative actions and broader implications, the right on strong executive response, and the center on comprehensive factual reporting.